Okay, well, this is certainly a very busy travel week. We know that, surrounding the 4th of July. But if you've got the bug, you want to get out, you want to do something, it's expensive. The costs are rising. It's expensive to travel, interest rates, all of it. So how do you make all this work? How do you budget for it? Local financial instructor Michael Masserant joins us now live. Michael, thank you for being here.
Of course, thanks for having me.
So one of the first things is you don't want to go into debt to go on a trip, right? You don't want to charge everything.
Yeah, you want to avoid that. And so we had COVID, people were kind of stuck, cooped up in our houses, and so after COVID, the lockdowns were over, people started traveling like crazy. 2021, 2022, now we're in 2023, people are still traveling like crazy, which is fine. We spent a lot of that built up cash we had from the COVID lockdown. So now people are resorting to credit cards to float these vacations. The problem with that is that these credit cards have really high interest rates, and so people don't realize the pain they're putting themselves in by just swiping every single vacation on the credit card.
Yeah, I mean, and I have been on trips with families who are saying, oh, we're going to be paying this off for the next, years to come, which is, that's got to be a difficult feeling, and especially difficult once you get home and you're staring at all these bills.
And the vacation's over and the bill is still there. Exactly. And so using the credit card itself is not a bad thing if you have a plan to have it paid off on time.
Right.
Now, the best way to do this is to ideally map these things out. So when we're in January, starting the new year, map out what vacations are we taking this year. And if we're going to take a summer vacation that's going to cost, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, whatever it is, start budgeting for that, so that when we have that vacation come up, we have the cash saved for it already. That really is, there's no really secret sauce here. It's just mapping these things out and being disciplined to understand, okay, what do I have coming up this year? Let's plan for it, and when these things pop up, I can pay for it, not rely on trying to chip away the credit card debt and play catch up for the next 1, 3, 5 years.
Okay, so when you say a budget, create a budget, and this even if you say, look, I wanted to go on a long weekend in August coming up, so you're going to sit down and you're going to look at you're going to price out your trip and kind of look at an itinerary as far as, because you have to include meal, especially if you have I had a family of 5, but you got to talk meals and gas maybe.
The travel, the lodging, the meals, the entertainment, it's everything. You got to map everything out, and then once you have that final number, tack on 15%, just because things are expensive. Inflation is still pretty sticky, and no one wants to be out on vacation thinking, it's only 7 o'clock, but we've hit our limit for today, let's go home.
Is the recommendation, Michael, to use cash? Does that help people stay on budget? Some
people work better with cash, and if that system works for you, by all means, go for it. I do prefer credit cards personally, and for a lot of people, because they can kind of track what they're spending things on, and as long as you're being responsible with it, you can get the points and all the fun stuff that comes with that. But really, it comes down to automating. I think for everyone, automating the finances is probably the biggest foolproof way to go about doing this, because if you automate every single month, the first of the month, or on your paycheck day, if $100, $200, whatever goes to your travel fund, you don't see it, you can't spend it, it's going to be there when you need it.
Okay, so set up those systems to help you a little bit. The travel fund,
the car emergency fund, the 401k, things like that.
Okay. And also, when you're searching for places to go, you can look for places then that suit your budget instead of saying, okay, we have to go to this location. You can say, this is how much money we have allocated at this point, right?
There are tons of travel sites you can find budget-friendly vacations and budget-friendly spots, as opposed to maybe the big flashy names that people go to most frequently.
When you're traveling with a family, too, when the kids were little, we always looked for a hotel with a free breakfast, which sounds like something silly, but when you're feeding 3 young kids, that can be quite a savings.
Multiply by, if you're there for a week, that's a couple of 5, 6, 7 days of free breakfast. That's a big deal.
Right. So look for those little, hidden benefits that you can find. So people can go to your website. So it's Retirement Planning EDU, and it's called Retirement Planning, but you've got really resources for every stage of
We have resources for a lot of different, we do focus on that retirement aspect, but we have resources for everyone. And that's one thing, people sometimes dip the 401k savings during the summer to cash flow some more for their vacations. We really recommend not doing that, because once you dip that 401k saving rate, it's hard to get it back up. It's easy to get used to that higher paycheck. So don't dip into that 401k to float these summer travels.
All right, very good. Michael, thank you as always.